Ever found yourself questioning everything after walking away from a good job? Wondering if entrepreneurship was brave or just bonkers? In this episode, I'm keeping it real about the messy middle of career change. When the motivation runs out, the bank balance gets shaky, and you start side eyeing your own decisions. If you ever thought, did I make a huge mistake? This one's for you. You're listening to This Woman Can. I'm your host, Janice Sutherland, where I help mature professional black women take charge of their careers and lives to create a future on their terms. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to This Woman Can, the space where we talk about all things midlife reinvention with a little wisdom, a lot of truth, and just the right amount of side eye for the nonsense we've left behind. I'm your host, Janice Sutherland, career strategist for the mature black woman. Now, let me take you back to a moment I know some of you have lived. Maybe you're right in it now. I was sitting at my laptop, staring blankly at the screen, surrounded by notebooks, half finished ideas, and a to do list that looked more like a scroll. I had just spent hours rewriting my website copy again. I was tweaking my offer, second guessing my prices, and trying to convince myself that posting another inspirational quote on Instagram would magically bring in clients. Poof! Meanwhile, my bank account was whispering, "Girl, are we okay?" And I thought to myself, what was I thinking? I had walked away from a secure, well paying job. Yes, the one that looked good on paper, but had me waking up with a pit in my stomach most mornings and that dread. I knew it wasn't feeding my soul, and I knew I was meant for something more. But in that moment, just that moment, all I could feel was fear, regret, maybe even a little shame. Had I really traded comfort for confusion, security for stress? Was this freedom or just failure dressed up in jogging pants? And listen, if you've ever felt like that in your career change or your entrepreneurial journey, I want you to know you're not alone. It's not unusual to feel that way. As Black women, we are known for our resilience. We're the make it happen crew, the can do crew. We push through, show up, hold it down, sometimes for everybody else but ourselves. And while that strength is beautiful, yeah, let's be honest, let's get honest about it. It can be exhausting. That superwoman cape gets heavy, gets caught up, and some days you just want to hang it up and take a damn nap, curl up, have a sleep. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about those what have I done moments in your career change, what to do when the motivation dries up, the doubt creeps in, and you feel like giving up. And most importantly, how to find your way back to hope on your terms. So, let's get into it. All right. So let's talk about when you hit that wall, when the career change you were so excited about starts feeling more like a crisis than a calling. Because, yes, starting over sounds inspiring on paper, but when the results don't come as fast as you thought, when you're tired, second guessing every move, and wondering if you should just go back to the job you left, that's when the real work begins. So here's what I've learned, sometimes the hard way, and I'm speaking from experience, about moving through those hopeless moments. The first thing is give yourself permission to feel all of it, no matter how hard it feels. I know we're used to powering through, but sometimes you just need to sit down and feel it, the fear, the frustration, the what if I've messed everything up thoughts. Suppressing those feelings doesn't make them go away. It really just buries them until they explode at the worst possible moment, like during a Zoom call or when the Wi Fi drops, and so does your last nerve. So give yourself permission to say, this is hard. It's not what I expected, and I'm struggling. That honesty is not weakness, it's just the beginning of clarity. Secondly, reconnect to why you made the leap. You didn't wake up one day and say, let me throw my financial security in the wind just for fun, just for giggles. There was a reason, a dream, a need, a fire inside you, something inside that said, there has to be more than this. So when doubt creeps in, go back to your why, write it down, say it out loud, stick it on your mirror if you have to. Your why is your anchor when the waves hit, and they will hit, it does happen, but that anchor will keep you grounded in the storm. Third, redefine what progress looks like. In the corporate world, progress is tidy, it's promotions, pay rises, performance reviews. In entrepreneurship, when you're going it alone, progress might look like finally figuring out how to edit your own website without crying, or celebrating your first inquiry, even if they ghost you after the call. We've all been there, me included. You're building something from scratch. That takes time. So celebrate the small wins, the clarity, the confidence, the courage it takes to keep going. Because even on the days when it feels like nothing is working, you're growing. So it's a positive. Fourthly, get support. Seriously, get some support. Entrepreneurship, if that's the route you've taken, can be isolating, especially when the people around you don't get it. You need community, you need people who've been where you are, who can remind you, no, you're not crazy. Yes, it does get better, trust me. Find a coach, join a mastermind. DM that woman you admire on LinkedIn. Yes, slide into those DMs like the professional you are. You don't have to do this alone. And honestly, you shouldn't. There's no need why you should. Look, I get it. I truly get it. I've been doing this for quite a while now. So I've been through those range of emotions you're probably feeling if you've just made that leap. Some days you get to feel fearless and fabulous. Other days you're crying in the shower, wondering if you can get your old job back with a bit of benefits. But here's what I know for sure. You're not lost. You're in transition. And that space between what was and what's becoming, that's where your power lives. It's uncomfortable, yeah, I know, but it's also sacred. You're becoming the person who said, I want more, and meant it. That version of you is worth fighting for. So if today feels bad or if day feels hard, just promise me one thing. Don't quit on a bad day. Rest up, regroup, but don't give up. So that's it for today, ladies. If this episode spoke to you, if you felt seen, heard, or even a little called out, share it with someone who's on her own reinvention journey. And if you're ready to stop trying to figure it all out on your own, come hang with me, maybe in the 50 Forward Fearless Future program, or maybe just have a one-to-one coaching with me. You don't have to white knuckle this next chapter. You just have to start supported. And always, thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing you. And remember, if I can, you can, this woman can, so can you. Take care until next time. Thanks for listening. If you got something from this week's episode, please let me know. Better yet, share it with your friends, colleagues, and anyone you know who can benefit from this message. Don't forget to subscribe or write a review and connect with me at my website, janicesutherland.com, where you can also subscribe to the This Woman Can newsletter or connect with me on LinkedIn. Remember, you have the wisdom, resilience, authenticity, and power to create a life on your terms. And if I can, you can, this woman can. Take care until next time.